Welcome back. The barrier is down, so we can get into Crossbell, but we need to do a little bit of rounds on here first before we see about that, I imagine. I imagine there's going to be some proper scenes somewhere on this ship as well. It's got that feeling. I'll be good to hack tomorrow from the Macabre while you guys are infiltrating the city. Hear me out. Do what you can to throw the city into chaos. If you cause a little confusion, it'll be a lot easier to create an opening on the net. Fair enough. We'll hold up our end of the bargain if you do. And by the way, Jonah, hope you aren't planning to pull another all-nighter tonight. Lloyd's stare. Gulp. Maybe. I mean, I've still got work to do anyway. I'm a night owl. Besides, staying up till dawn is more energizing than getting crappy sleep. Listen, tomorrow's going to be a long day. There's no way you'll hold out if you stay up all night. Here's what you'll do. You're going to finish what you're doing here, march your hacker butt to bed, and get a good night's sleep. Alright, alright. I'll go to bed after I'm done. Just cool it with the cop stare already. Be done with tomorrow's hacking prep work in a minute. And yeah, I'll go to bed after. Just stop staring at me like that. Click, clack, click, clack. Preparations are nearly complete. What are you up to, Tio? I am performing a final systems check on the Macabre before tomorrow's operation. I will not have time to do it tomorrow since we will be disembarking. Once we gain access to the communication mainframe, I will have to leave the rest of the hacking to Jonah and Fran. I think I get it. Not being here to do it yourself is a bit of a disadvantage. It is okay. I'll be done soon, so do not worry about it. As our leader, you should be saving your energy and not worrying over the little things. Hardly. It's still my responsibility to make sure we're fully prepared for tomorrow. Still, I know what you're trying to say. I'll let you handle this. Just make sure to take your own advice and get some rest when you're ready. I will. Same to you. I hope you rest well. I'm performing a final system check on the Macabre before tomorrow's operation. I'll be sure to get some rest once it's done. I hope you do the same. Well, I'll try, you know. I really should have checked the deck. I always go down here first, it's weird. You guys are really gonna try to liberate Crossbell City, putting your lives on the line to fight the new system. If this fails, the narrative is going to be that the president was right all along, I hope you know. Winners write the history books, remember? Just like Calvard's bloody revolution. History tells us that the ends justify the means. I know. Everything comes down to tomorrow. You know it better than anyone. My bad. Didn't mean to put even more pressure on you. As a journalist, I have a responsibility to see how Crossbell's fate plays out and relay it to the people. But behind that, I'm still my own person, one that's rooting for you guys with all her heart. You're all Guy's legacy, after all. The SSS inherited his will and are fighting for what he would have. I don't know what to say, Grace. You can respond by giving it all you got tomorrow. Do it for Kia's sake, too. Of course we will. For I'm a journalist, I'm a human being. One who's rooting for you guys with all her heart. For Kia's sake, give it all you've got tomorrow. Tomorrow is the day. I'm going to liberate Crossbell City. I'll finally have the chance to see Belle and Uncle. I can ask them why they did this and possibly get through to them. Then again, if they still refuse, I'll have no choice but to fight them. I know. I've already accepted it and I'm prepared if it comes to that. We have a debt to repay to everyone who has helped us despite the danger. Above all, this is a fight we can't lose if we're going to take back Kia. Hey, Elie, don't forget that you're not fighting alone. We're all trusted Dieter and Maria Bell. The weight of facing them isn't on your shoulders, it's on all of ours. Lloyd, we're all in this together, Elie. Tomorrow will be our day. You're absolutely right. Thank you, Lloyd. I'm feeling a little better. You're welcome, I guess. One more thing, Lloyd. When you finish preparing for tomorrow, would you mind meeting me on the deck? I'd like the chance to speak to you alone, if that's alright. That's going to be a bonding scene, isn't it? Decline, maybe we'll get others. Oh. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. But if you change your mind, let me know, okay? Sure, I'll think about it. When you finish preparing for tomorrow, would you mind meeting me on the deck? Decline. Okay, maybe we'll get others. Tomorrow will be very difficult, Lloyd. My apologies for making you bear the burden of our state's future. As one of its two highest representatives, I beg for your forgiveness. You have nothing to apologize for, Speaker McDowell. If not for your willingness to make the declaration of invalidity, we never would have gotten this far. You played the role we needed you to. From here on, this is our fight. This is something we have to do. Thank you, but I hope you can at least accept my apology for this distraction tonight. If this is how you feel, I believe the mission to liberate Crossbell will be a success. I've already begun to think about what will come next. My hope is the confused citizens of Crossbell will be able to return to their peaceful lives as soon as possible. We hope so too. I believe the mission to liberate Crossbell will be a success. I've already begun to think about what will come next. May the goddess watch over all of you tomorrow. I know it's still too early to be getting ahead of ourselves, but the allies we've assembled are all impressive. You have the police and church working together, the CGF Resistance, Heiyue, a Divine Wolf, and even Yin. This kind of team, I think we can accomplish anything. Police, church, CGF, Heiyue, Divine Wolf, and even Yin are all working together. This kind of team, I think we can accomplish anything. Wazzy, Mabus, are the two of you drinking? Why not? We're both finished with the little bit of prep we had to do. Care to join us? Honestly, are you going to be alright? The operation is tomorrow, you know. Can't help but notice there are already several empty glasses there. You need not worry. These are Ventos's special virgin cocktails. They will present no problem for tomorrow's operation. If you say so. At least I can take your word for it, Apis. Would it kill you to have a little faith in me when I drink too? On a more serious note, there's something I should have told you all earlier. We've been given approval by His Holiness the Pope to participate in tomorrow's mission. Wow, no kidding. Do not forget the macabre is a church secret. Our policy is to avoid using it during large-scale operations. However, given the state of chaos across the continent, some exposure is no longer avoidable. That makes sense. Either way, I'm grateful for the church's verdict. Tomorrow's the big day, Wazzy. Hope you're just as ready as I am. Oh, I am, leader. I'll be right behind you. We have the full support of the Macabre's crew as well, Bannings. Well, the top brass gave us the green light, so nothing is stopping us from going through with the mission. Well, it's going to be one very busy day, so I'm going to relax while I still can. The crew will do all it can to back you up from aboard the Macabre tomorrow. As the leader of the team infiltrating the city, you should take the night to prepare as thoroughly as you can. Let's actually put Noel back in the group. The crew will do all it can to back you up from aboard the Macabre tomorrow. As the leader of the team infiltrating the city, you should take tonight to prepare as thoroughly as you can. The greatest challenge during tomorrow's operation will likely be dealing with those 3 ions. Driving them away from the city will be the key to your infiltration. It's going to take the cooperation of all our allies to pull it off. Extracting 3 ions, guarding the city with key to infiltration, pull it off. Good evening, Lloyd. Hey, come join us. Hi, Noel. Bran. You two look surprisingly calm despite what we're going to do tomorrow. Do we? Actually, I was in the middle of triple-checking my weapons until Fran came in. Don't sound annoyed, Noe. Came down here to give you some emotional support. Besides, I'm all done with the work I had to do tonight, too. Dependable as always. We'll need operational support more than ever tomorrow. Fran, be sure to get some rest tonight. Don't worry, I will. That's the other reason I came down here. Nothing recharging my batteries like spending some quality time with Noe. I'd say you're exaggerating, but knowing you, you're not. You can stay, but at least let me get some work done, Fran. Reminds me, Lloyd. I think I'll try to get in contact with the commander again tonight. I should do a final strategy review with her ahead of tomorrow's operation. It sounds like a good idea. Don't forget you're going to be infiltrating the city with us, Noel. You should get a good night's sleep once you're done preparing, too. I will. Hey, Noe. Don't let the conversation end like this. This is your chance. Don't let him get away now. Chance? Knock it off, Fran. Was it something I said? You look like something's bothering you. No, it's just... Go for it, Noe. So, would you be free to meet with me on the deck later? It can wait until later if you want. It's not a big deal or anything, but there's something I really want to talk to you about, Lloyd. So we got 2 there. Alright. I mean, it's fine, really. It's no big deal if you're too busy. So much for that. But if you change your mind, come back and let Noe know, okay? Sure, I will. Right, so... no! Damn it. Well, I've got a save. I can load it up with the selected Noes. What's up, Lloyd? Hey, Randy, doing some maintenance on your weapons? You know, I don't know if it's gonna, like, have something with Randy here instead, so I'm gonna reload the save now. What's up, Lloyd? Hey, Randy, doing some maintenance on your weapons? Yep, tomorrow's operation will pretty much be the turning point in all of this. It means it's gonna be berserker time to shine. Gotta be ready when the moment comes. Come to think of it, we've been so busy lately that I haven't had time to do the same myself. Maybe I should work on my tonfas tonight while I have the chance. See, now you're thinking. Clearly your tonfas don't have small bits that need maintaining like a rifle would. You'd probably be good just throwing on some polish and giving them a good rub down. Yeah, I guess you're right. Thanks for the advice. I think I'll do that later. I've got some maintain to do before tomorrow's main event. Taking care of my rifles, like taking care of a lady. But be gentle and focus on the right parts. Oh my. So that's everyone down there. Tomorrow is when we will liberate Crossbell City. Upon disembarking, I shall enter the city alone as a scout. And I will not be by your side. Know that I will rush there should anything happen. Thanks, Zite. We appreciate the backup. Reminds me, the wolves in the mountains will also be helping, right? Yes, I instructed them to lend their aid to the resistance force from the CGF. If they use the terrain wisely, they should provide worthy opposition for the Red Constellation. I think Second Lieutenant Morale and the others will greatly appreciate the support. Yes, however, that is as much assistance as I can provide to you all. Ultimately, it rests on your shoulders to rescue Kia. As I am sure you know, there are still many trials and tribulations standing between you and her. I know, but it doesn't matter. Nothing is going to stop me from reaching Kia, no matter what. Just you watch that. Watch and keep looking out for us. So I shall. Show me that you can. Ultimately, rest on your shoulders to rescue Kia. I'll be watching closely to see if you can succeed. Tomorrow's the day. We'll finally be infiltrating our way back into Crossbell City. All things considered, it hasn't been that long since I was there last, so I'm becoming nostalgic for it. I know what you mean. I heard that the Ions have refocused their attention on defending the city now that the barrier is down. Can't help but wonder how everyone at Arkansas is holding up. I imagine they're still practicing, even now. Show must go on, as they say. No matter the circumstances, the troop is always perfecting its craft and looking ahead, not back. That's Ilya's will, the way of Arkansas. Suppose you're right. Don't mind me asking, what comes next for you after we've liberated Crossbell City and solved this incident? I intend to see Elie again and continue dancing with Arkansas as I have been, to be perfectly honest. That desire still burns inside, even I don't fully understand how or why. Honestly, I don't even know what I'm going to say to Elie and Sully the next time I see them. Words escape me. Do they? I understand where you're coming from, but I have no doubt that Elie and everyone at Arkansas will always accept you. My advice would be not to think about it too much and concern yourself with what you can control. The next step that's right in front of you. You make a good point. Anyway, for that reunion to happen, we have to first liberate Crossbell City. Hope you're ready to give it your all tomorrow. Right. I feel my heart calming when I idly stare at the moon like this. Don't worry, Lloyd. For the sake of Arkansas and all of Crossbell City, I'm prepared to give it my all tomorrow. Right, so I'm assuming then this is all to do with the amount of bonding points we've got throughout. So let's actually... Why is there a shh noise? It's very weird. Let's get Noe's sorted first, and then we'll see Ellie's. So, accept. Although I should have probably read that. I'd love to. It's rare for you to ask something like this of me. Way to go, Noe. Okay, then I'll see you there after I'm done. I'll head to the deck once I'm done making my final preparations in the nap room. To the nap room! Although they should have new dialogue now. I hope you'll listen to what Noe has to say out there, Lloyd. I'm eagerly awaiting the results. Huh. Wonder why Fran would be so interested. Really? So there's something I really need to talk to you about, Lloyd. Please meet me on the deck later tonight. I'll head there once I'm finished here. Right, let's go to bed then. With Noe or without? Who knows? I don't know how the scene plays out. That's right, I promised to speak with Noel. should I do? Should I finish preparing for tomorrow? Be aware that speaking to the person you promised to will bring an end to your free time and the story will advance. I'll speak to the person you promised. Lloyd then made his final preparations for tomorrow. He went outside at the deck. But if I let this opportunity pass me by, Sup? Oh, hey, you're already here, Noel.
Lloyd-san! お疲れ様です。
Don't mention it. So I take it you finished sending your report to Commander Balls? Oh, yeah, I did. She promised to keep the Bellegarde and Tangram forces on standby until noon. That should give us enough time. Any further beyond that, and her hands will likely be tied, though. And that definitely adds some pressure. Still, it's better than nothing. Guess that means it's on our shoulders tomorrow. We can't fail. Exactly. Don't worry. I'm sure the soldiers in the city will be too focused on defending the perimeter. We'll likely be able to avoid fighting the defense force altogether. It's not that. I'm already prepared to fight them if we have to. I was thinking about how pathetic I am. What? Deep down, I knew declaring independence wasn't the right thing to do. I knew that the defense force was a mistake. But I was weak. I was too much of a coward to join Morale's resistance. I just went with the flow and got swept away. It made me realize how sheltered I've been, how naive I was. Been living in the CGF's bubble, not seeing the world around me. The commander granted me an opportunity when she approved my temporary transfer. What have I even done with it? Everyone has these doubts, Noel. So do I. If it weren't for Kia and the others, I would have done exactly what you did. I don't consider myself anyone special. I'm not so sure about that one. I think you are. I mean, how could I not after you say something like, "You'll be all mine"? Huh? Nothing. Forget I said anything. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that the most important part of broadening who you are is taking a chance. You took the chance when you agreed to join the SSS, and when you came back to us. Maybe it's not my place to say whether or not you made the right decision, but there's nowhere I'd rather you be. I couldn't be happier to have you, Noel. Lloyd? Calm down, Noel Seeker. You've got this. It's no different than a training drill. First you assess the situation, then you keep your morale up. Oh, I almost forgot why we're out here. You said you wanted to talk about something? What was it? Talk, right. About that. Sorry if it's a little too personal a question, but I was wondering, Lloyd, if you were dating anyone right now? Dating? No, I don't mean anything by it. I just... Fran and I were curious, you know? A little bit of girl talk. Oh, okay. Guess girls talk about that sort of thing sometimes, don't they? Well, to be honest, I'm not seeing anyone. I suppose that's a little embarrassing. Stop being single with there being so many cute girls in Crossbell. Is that so? Is he really this dense?
でしたらこれをしばらく預かっていただけませんか?
Isn't this your Crossbell Guardian Force dog tag? It is. I received a new one when the Defense Force was established, but I just couldn't throw it away. I've been holding on to this whole time. I can't blame you. But why me? Well, I think tomorrow is going to be dangerous. If something were to happen to me. No, never mind that. I want you to keep it for good luck. It'd mean a lot to me. Noel. I understand. I'll gladly hold on to it. Thank you so much, Lloyd. Why wouldn't I agree to? It's not like you need to thank me. There's something I want to ask of you too. Don't forget, you're not going in alone, Noel. We're a team, so please don't think for even a second about sacrificing yourself to save the rest of us. Why do you think I'd... Call it a detective's intuition. I know it's still weighing on your mind that day you were forced to arrest us. Don't let it. It's in the past. In the end, you came back, and that's what matters. You're one of us. Lloyd. Roger. I'm proud to be. That worked out strangely well. Still, I'm surprised you'd ask me to keep your dog tag. Is that the kind of thing you should ask your boyfriend to do? It's like, oh, for God's sake, Lloyd. Wait. Noel? Oh. Just giving it to me your way of saying that you, Aw. Wow. Then in that case, I think this is the answer I'll give. Noel, would you please hold on to this for me? Huh? Your tag from the Crossbell Police Department. It's my only one, so I really shouldn't be giving it away as an officer on active duty. But until we solve this crisis, I want you to keep it, Noel. And when this is all said and done, I'll give you a more proper answer.
Hi! Yorokonde!
Dear God, this is so cute that it's sort of like I may keep this as the one going forward because I don't know if it's going to trigger more events later. Because it's like this is adorable. That feels like the right one. We'll still see Ellie's, obviously, but you know, Lloyd and Noel learned Brave Hearts 2. Brave Hearts combo has strengthened. Ooh, hold me, Noah. Okay, so now let's accept Ellie's invitation. Had to exit the game and come back in, because I don't want to see what happens. Yeah, sure, if I have time, if you do. Thanks, I'll see you later then. I should go apologize to Noel for not being able to join her later. I'd apologize to Noel for not being able to meet with her as promised. Oh. I'll see you later. It's okay if you're a little late too. As much time as you need to prepare. Definitely gonna switch it over. Unless this one's like got something on another level. It's like I'm switching it over to Noe's. Cause just, you know, that was adorable. That's right, I promised to speak with Elie. What should I do? Should I finish preparing for tomorrow? Speak to the person you promised. Got a lot to live up to, Elie. Lloyd then made his final preparations for tomorrow and went outside to the deck. Elie, I hope it didn't make you wait too long.
Lloyd, お疲れ様。明日の準備、もう終わったの?
I'm all set in terms of gear. Mentally is another question entirely, though. It's strange, you know. Everything seems like it's falling apart, yet here we are. I couldn't tell you why, but my mind is at ease. Belle, Uncle, and Kia. So many things still have to be settled, but I feel like we can push through this. I know. I feel the same way. Maybe it's because I've come to terms with it, or because I finally steeled myself for what I have to do. And that's thanks to everyone here, including you, Elie. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. If anyone should be expressing gratitude right now, it should be me. Normally, I would be beside myself with worry. The only reason I'm able to stand here today with my head held high is because you're always there beside me. Thank you, Lloyd, for always being there for me. Elie. Well, I'm glad that I was able to be helpful to you. Honored, even. Hope that means that I've been a leader that you guys can count on. Don't be silly. Been our leader since day one. Without you, doubt any of us would be able to get this far. But that's not what I wanted to say to you. Huh? This crisis. But how it ends are challenging days ahead of Crossbell. Pains me to say, but I doubt the SSS will continue to exist as it does. We're going to have to do our best in the positions life hands to us Use the skills we've fostered to do what needs to be done. To overcome the fallout and rebuild Crossbell. I know. Plan to stay with the police if possible. Can only imagine that Randy will want to help the CGF after they revert from being the defense force. Tio might even want to return to the Epstein Foundation to continue working with the Orbal Net. And as for you, Elie, my future lies in politics, diplomacy, and crisis management. What I want most is the knowledge and ability to handle what comes next. My years of studying abroad have all been for this moment. And I want the ability to help navigate Crossbell through crises like this. I understand. I'm so relieved. You are? That look of loneliness that flashed across your face when you thought you might lose me. And you said, "You can do it, Elie. You've always had my support." I'm not sure how I would have reacted. You got me. Under normal circumstances, I might have said something like that. But letting go could never be that easy. What do you mean? Because I'm leaving too, just like Randy and Tio? No, it's just... Let's be honest with each other, Lloyd. If I'm worried about anything right now, it's what you say in the next few seconds. You already know, right? What I wanted to talk to you about. Really? At first, it was only a simple crush. I saw a girl who was graceful and assertive, yet managed to keep an open mind, too. Ever since I met her, I always thought that she was beautiful in more ways than one. It's funny to look back on. I always pretend to be cool around her. Try not to say anything stupid. But to be honest, I couldn't keep my heart from racing every time she opened her mouth. Lloyd. Of course, that's when I learned more about her. Within a month, I realized that she wasn't living in a world far beyond my reach. And yet, even I couldn't tell her how I felt. I was always proud to be her teammate. She would come to me for advice sometimes, and I was overjoyed at the prospect of helping her to challenge her problems. Only a little. We've been by each other's sides for a whole year. It was full of happiness and pain, but we were able to make it through together. Even after we had to leave each other for a little bit, life brought us back into each other's lives. My heart feels like it did back then when we first met. Oh, actually, racing faster than it ever has. Lloyd. I love you, Elie. Whoa! I mean, that's very abrupt and stuff like that, but it's... I still prefer Noel's, because there's a cute element to it. Because there's, like with the passing of the dog tags, it's like, I prefer that so far. Not just as a teammate or as part of the SSS family. You're the love of my life.
Lloyd. 私もあなたが好き。
Whoa. We were finally able to finish what we started way back at the IBC.
ずっと待ってた。
Sorry about that. Even if we can't follow one another down the same path in the coming days, we'll always need each other. We'll always be there to support one another. Is that good enough for you? Going to Noel's. Lloyd and Elie learned Star Blast 3. What we'll be doing, by the way, is ending this part here, because it's like, it'll be soon after that the next day starts. So obviously, ta-ta for now, but we'll see what it says and stuff like that. Up to that point. Their Star Blast combo craft was strengthened, but I will be switching back to Noel, because that was too cute. I like that one, but I prefer Noel's. Finally together.